Leaf Link is a rural not-for-profit organization that champions the ability and interests of adults with developmental and physical disabilities through programming arts, healthy living, and community participation. At its core, New Leaf Link is a friendship project, and here to tell us more about it are Chris Boal, Program Facilitator at New Leaf Link, participant David Jones, and David's niece Cathy. Chris,
yes.
I wanted to ask you a question about New Leaf Link and
Sure.
when it was established.
That was 2009. We're celebrating our 15-year anniversary this year. Dr. Karen Steiner, her son Nicholas was going to be graduating high school, but she noticed that there was kind of a gap there. He needed some place that would provide some social interaction and learning, and so with her husband Howard, the two of them formed New Leaf Link, and it started out with 4 participants, and it's grown since then. When I joined, they were in the basement of, I can't remember the name of the church in Sydenham. That's right on Main Street, but we've since moved to the Harrismith Free Methodist Church, and we're fortunate enough to have a great gym and lots of space now.
Mm-hmm. And how many participants do you have now?
Currently, we are up to 9, I believe.
Let's talk a little bit about the program itself.
Sure.
So when does it run? How many days a week, and what time does it start and end?
It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays from 9:30 to 2:30. And we provide a whole slew of different programming. David, what kind of stuff do we do at New Leaf Link?
We do puzzles.
We do at the beginning of each day. From 9:30 to 10:30, we do a half hour of like mind games. So we have puzzles and word searches and beads and strings, and then we do a half hour physical activity, right? Do some exercise, get up and around and get our body moving. What else do we do?
We do art.
Art and
music.
Music. Might be David's favorite, I think.
I was going to ask you, David, what is your favorite part of going to New Leaf Link?
I sing.
Sing. Good.
Oh, that's true. David's
Lovely.
one of our...
So you like music.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that is part of the program.
Yeah, I do a music program, and then we're fortunate enough to have 3 fantastic musicians, Margaret Moncrief, Gary Raspberry, and Tim Sheffield, each come in, and we've been doing it, setting it up so that it's Thursday afternoon. So we kind of end the week on a high note.
So tell me how participants get there. If they can't come by themselves, what happens?
They would come with their staff members, or their family members would have to drop them off, and then we kind of take it from there, help them inside, and start the day.
And so we have one of those family members right here, right now.
New Leaf Link is, I think, one of his favorite day programs he's ever been a part of. And David's been through a lot of them.
We love having him. He's, I think David's been here for just over a year now, am I right?
I think so.
Bit over a year, and just brought a great energy to the group.
So how do participants or a family member or caregiver get involved with this program to begin with?
If you went to newleaflink.ca, you'll get all of the contact information for Brandy Sheehan is our operations manager. You can contact her, yeah, you just go from there. You can come, any family can come. We'll offer 3 days. That's sort of like a trial. So you can come and see if we're a good fit, or and if your son or daughter or niece, nephew, friend, if they like the program, then we'll set up the payments and go from there.
Let's talk about the payments. What is the fee for coming to the program?
I believe it's just over $40. Yeah, it's fairly inexpensive in comparison to other day programs.
And that runs for the full year?
Runs for the full year, yeah. We take a break just over the winter holiday, and there's no real break after that.
And I noticed that you may be offering a summer camp program.
Well, last year we were so fortunate to get a grant to help New Leaf Link go to camp.
Yes.
Wasn't that great?
Yes.
It was. We got to go in Arden to Camp Kennebec for 4 days, and it was wonderful. It's the first time we were able to offer it, and everybody was so excited, and we worked basically that whole year leading up to it. We do a science program with a gentleman named Sid, and so he would teach us things about like plants or animals we might see there, how to work with fire, like fire safety.
All the different types of campfires.
Yes, the different
Yeah.
types of building a campfire.
That's right.
Yeah, it was great. I wrote a couple of camp songs for us, and it was spectacular. So we're hoping, this year we'll be able to offer it again.
What does it mean to you to have David be able to access this program? And what is it you like about New Leaf Link?
Well, I've noticed a big change in David over the past year he's been there. The variety of programs with New Leaf Link is really what amazes me. And I always thought that the little E in New Leaf Link was for education. I've come to find out it's not, but the way they sneak that education in there, learning about solar systems and the plants, and they do cooking, they grow their own food, and then make food out of the food they grew. There are so many different areas in the program that they touch on, and you don't see that type of variety in a lot of the other programs. The other part is that David feels part of a group that he loves, and he has the friends of the participants there and all of the volunteers and everybody else. They're such a close family. I wish I had as many friends as David has. The New Leaf Link really opens up his world to so many different opportunities.
I know you receive some funding because you are a nonprofit organization, but I see that you're very, very busy raising funds. Your volunteers come in and help you. And can you just let me know what are the successes because of the funds you are raising? What can you accomplish?
Well, we can go to camp. I can organize field trips. We like to have one when the weather's nice, one a month. But I mean, there's the cost of getting a bus to come to the church, and then, going even just a local. We're based out of Harrowsmith, so even a local trip to say just into Sydenham it costs a lot more than you might think, and so that helps with that. It helps to get any equipment we might need. There's lots of stuff. It helps pay for instructors. We've got brilliant instructors, and if we get grants, we had a grant where we discussed diabetes. We had a whole section on diabetes awareness, and did a lot of our instructor programming based on how to prevent it, and different exercises, change of diets, that sort of thing.
I know you have volunteers that help you fundraise. What other opportunities are there for volunteers?
Well, I mean, as great as it is to have people within, like on site, that's always wonderful and appreciated. But there are things behind the scenes that volunteers could get involved with, putting together maybe video packages that we could release onto our social media. Just doing legwork to hand out flyers, going around to different businesses to see if maybe we can have pamphlets set up at the caches. Helping with the fundraising would be great. Designing posters. There's a lot volunteers could do. You could join the grant writing team. There's a lot of different opportunities. So I mean, even I know high school students need to have volunteer work. They're welcome to get their, I think it's 40 hours they need. We've got 40 hours and beyond.
If there is one thing that you could ask right now in terms of making this program a bigger awareness in the community.
Just talk about it with people. Share. We're on Facebook, and you know, if you could share our site, share anytime you see fundraising that comes through that site. You can go to newleaflink.ca, share that site. Think about any, you know, your son, your daughter, your nephew, or your uncle. You know, somebody might be in your life that could use New Leaf Link, and we'd be happy to have them come and join us, have fun, learn. Yeah.
That sounds very successful, and I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, David, for coming.
You're welcome.
Chris, thank you, and Cathy.
Thank you so much.